And welcome back to Comic Frontline, everybody. I am Brant Fowler, aka the Gonzo Goose, back with you for another Convergence review. This is Convergence, Batgirl, number 2 of 2, written by Elisa Quitney with art by Rick Leonardi. And this issue kind of goes back and forth between present and just a little bit ago, as Stephanie's kind of recounting what she was thinking about who she was going to face and everything, and there was like this little altercation with her and Tim beforehand, and it's kind of funny. She was talking about, what if somebody's messing with my mind and they're a psychic, how am I going to deal with that? And of course Gorilla Grodd is in the picture, so it was kind of funny. It was a little funny aside that didn't really play out, but it was still cute. And through the whole thing, she's saying, how she missed an opportunity, wasted time this whole year because her and Tim, they kind of broke up, but not really, and it was this kind of thing, and it comes out throughout the issue. I don't want to spoil that for you, but they end up talking about this mid-battle or whatever, right as they're going into battle, about their relationship and how Tim really feels and this and that, and by the end, they, spoiler alert, minor spoiler, they do get back together, and that plays into something I have to talk about at the end, which was kind of cute and romantic. But in the present, they are battling Gorilla Grodd, and they are working with Catman, and both Catman and Batgirl, Stephanie, are recounting how they got pulled into the globs and everything, and Catman, how he lost all his people and everything, and Gorilla Grodd was like in a zoo with some female gorilla named Zelda, and then he got his powers back, and they were brought to here for the battle and everything. So and the battle goes as you would expect. There's a really funny moment where Stephanie rips out fur from Gorilla Grodd, and he didn't like that too much. It was kind of funny, and so it was a battle as you would expect it until the end. I don't want to spoil the end, but Stephanie does win the battle, but how she wins is kind of interesting, and I don't know what kind of repercussions that has for the other side. We'll have to see with Catman and Gorilla Grodd and all that. Script-wise, I think this issue was a lot better than the previous issue of Convergence Batgirl. The first one stumbled a little bit for me. I mentioned in my review, I felt like Tim was out of character, which they kind of played with a little here. Now that I see there was a Gorilla Grodd influence, maybe that's why he was a little bit off in the previous issue. There were some things that I didn't feel were quite timing-wise and personality-wise weren't quite gelling. Here, I think they did a lot better job of capturing Stephanie, especially. Tim seems still a little bit off to me at points, but Stephanie and Cass, I think they got them down really well, and there was a lot of humor and a lot of that Stephanie kind of logic and kind of second guessing and thinking things through, and that kind of young exuberance that we expect from Stephanie, in pre-New 52, and it ended with this cute thing between Tim and Steph as they reconnected, and they were, the world's about to end, so they're going to take things a little fast. And I was wondering how old they were, and I guess they were 18, 19 at this point, and consenting adults and everything, but they ended up not going through with it because they were both so injured that they decided just to kind of take it easy and relax together. And I thought that was a cute, fitting end for those two, and for the kind of characters that they are. I thought that was very sweet and handled very well. I don't think I would have liked to have seen it gone the other way, just because of the characters. Whatever, personal preferences aside and all that stuff. I like the way that it ended with them just kind of sitting on the couch together or whatever. Art-wise, it was better this issue, but there were still some inconsistencies. Tim in costume looked a lot older than he is supposed to be. Out of costume, he looked about right, but in costume, really too old. I don't know what the disconnect there was some inconsistencies from panel to panel with some of the faces, especially, and some of the proportions weren't quite on, but it was a lot better. I love the colors in this issue. It was really vibrant in the fights and everything. The expression on Gorilla Grodd when he got his fur ripped out was fantastic too. So there was more good about the art than there was bad. So just some inconsistencies and some minor flaws here and there. But overall, I thought this was a really enjoyable issue. And for Convergence Batgirl number 2, I'm going to give it a 3 1/4 out of 5 stars for this book. So that's going to wrap up this review, and I apologize, I'm a little bit distracted today, but that's going to wrap it up for this review. Check out all our other Convergence reviews, and tune into the live show tonight as we talk about more Convergence and Secret Wars and all kinds of other good stuff going on around 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Every Tuesday night you can catch us. Check out comicfrontline.com, comicrelated.com, and zone4podcast.com. Together, your number one source for all your comic news, reviews, podcasts, and so much more. And if you'd like to know more about what I'm up to lately, check out lastemberpress.com. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.